Once upon a time in a vast wilderness nestled between towering mountains and endless emerald forests, there lived a young boy with a heart full of dreams and a bow in his hands, dreaming to be a great hunter. He was a strong lad, every bit of muscle and sinew with the boundless strength of youth coursing through his veins. He carried a bow always at the ready and a quiver that never seemed to run dry. He was keen of eye and quick of step, perfectly embodying the makings of a great hunter. Every day he would step out into the forest with unwavering confidence, returning each evening to the safety of his village, proudly shouldering the bounty of the day, or so one would think. The reality was far different. As the sun climbed high in the sky, the forest echoed with his frustrated shouts, and as evening fell, he trudged back home, dejected and empty-handed, his once bright eyes clouded with disappointment and his strong shoulders bearing the weight of failure. Again and again, this disheartening routine continued, and with each passing day, the whispers about him grew louder and crueler in the ears of the villagers. A hunter who chases everything catches nothing. These words were like barbs, piercing the young hunter's heart and echoing in his dreams, drowning out the beat of his hopeful heart. Yet he was not a quitter, and so he kept at it, determined to prove them wrong. Then one fateful day, as the young hunter walked a familiar path into the forest, he spotted a clearing up ahead. In the center sat a majestic stag, its antlers a crown against the sunlit sky. With a deep breath and a steady hand, the young hunter took aim. The arrow flew, but alas, it missed its mark. Undeterred, he notched another arrow and fired. Again and again he tried, but no matter his skill, each arrow fell short. But wait, what's this? Emerging from the trees, a wise old stag emerged. "Why do you waste your skill on me?" he asked, his voice echoing with ancient knowledge. Startled, the young hunter lowered his bow and explained his plight. "I want to master my craft, but my arrows keep missing their target." The old stag listened patiently, and when the hunter finished, he spoke. "Your problem, young one, is not in your aim, but in your intent. You chase too many things, rabbits, deer, even birds in the sky. How can you hope to master your craft when your focus strays with every passing moment?" The young hunter hung his head in shame. The old stag continued, "A true master does not seek to conquer all, but to truly understand and dominate one. Your strength lies not in your quiver, but in your resolve. Find that, and you will become the hunter you aspire to be." With that, the old stag vanished, leaving the young hunter to ponder his words. The next time the young hunter set out into the forest, he did so with newfound purpose. No longer did he chase rabbits or deer. Instead, he sought solitude, training day after day, focusing on one target until his arrows found their mark. Weeks turned into months, and the young hunter's resolve hardened into patience. His movements became fluid, his aim unerring, his spirit unbroken. He no longer chased the quarry. Instead, they came to him when he called. He had become the very essence of patience, and the forest was his testament. Now, if you're enjoying these tales of wisdom and would like to be part of our growing family, don't forget to subscribe. It means the world to us and ensures you never miss out on new stories and valuable life lessons. One afternoon, as the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the young hunter heard a commotion in the trees. Curiosity piqued. He followed the sound and stumbled upon a clearing. There in the center stood a majestic stag, its antlers a magnificent sight against the fading light. But the stag was trapped, its leg caught in a hunter's snare. The sight stirred a mix of emotions in the young hunter's heart. On one hand, this was his chance to prove his skills, to capture the very essence of the forest. But on the other hand, he saw the stag not as prey, but as a fellow creature of the wild, deserving of respect and freedom. Struggling with this internal conflict, the young hunter considered his options. The easy path would be to end the stag's suffering quickly, claiming both the kill and the respect of his peers. Yet something held him back. Days turned into nights, and the young hunter continued to visit the stag, bringing it water and tending to its wounds. He talked to it, sharing his thoughts and feelings, forging an unlikely bond between hunter and prey. Meanwhile, word of the trapped stag spread, drawing the attention of other hunters from the village, eager for the challenge or the prize. They arrived armed and ready. They taunted the young hunter, questioning his resolve and challenging him to end the stag's suffering. But he stood firm, refusing to take a life that he did not respect. As the standoff continued, the young hunter's reputation began to shift. Those who once doubted him started to see a new strength in his quiet determination. Others who admired his compassion began to view him as an example of kindness and control. The stag, sensing the hunter's sincerity, calmed, its initial fear replaced by trust and gratitude. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the young hunter managed to free the stag's leg. Weak but grateful, the magnificent creature limped away, disappearing into the dense undergrowth. The other hunters, witnessing this act of mercy, were stunned. They had come seeking a test of skill or courage, but found something far more profound. In the days that followed, the young hunter was no longer seen as a mere bystander. He had shown not just patience, but compassion and wisdom beyond his years. His peers, inspired by his actions, began to see the value in understanding and respecting nature, not just conquering it. The stag, too, played its part. Its survival became a local legend, a testament to the young hunter's mercy and the power of patience. Many years passed and the young hunter became an integral part of the village, not just as a hunter but as a leader, a counselor, and a friend. Whenever anyone faced a challenge, they remembered his story, drawing strength from his quiet wisdom. And so the tale of the hunter who chose patience became a legend, reminding everyone in the village that sometimes the greatest victories are not won by force, but by understanding and empathy. The timeless moral of this captivating story is that patience is not passive endurance, it's active hope. It's about staying committed to your purpose, honing your skills and staying true to your values. Even when faced with challenges and setbacks, true mastery doesn't lie in conquering everything, but in deeply understanding and dominating one. Like the young hunter who chose patience, we can find strength and wisdom in focusing our efforts, staying true to our values and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth.